Oof, I am sweating. What's up, guys? A long time no talk. I know I keep telling you guys I'm gonna upload and I don't, but I actually do have a really good reason for it. I have the craziest setup going on right now with my lights. It's really hot in here. I closed all the windows so there would be no ruckus. I lost my original tripod, so I had to use my vlogging tripod, and it's wrapped all around my light. It's crazy. I will show you guys. I have the craziest setup right now, and I'm I'm recording on my phone because my camera doesn't work. And I think I told you guys in the last video, I'm gonna go buy a vlog camera soon, but I just haven't at the time, if you know what I mean. But we're back with another video. Oh, my pants are really tight. But I'm back with another video. So it's really hot in here. I'm sweating. But yeah, let's just get right into this video. So I'm gonna do a story time for you guys today. You guys seem to enjoy the story times. I get the most feedback with the story times. So I was like, well, you know what? Why stop the roll now and just film another story time? So that's what I'm gonna do for you guys, because I'm all about the people. As you guys know, I am a hardworking gal. I work a regular job, and I've had some crazy jobs in my day. Well, they're not really crazy. The people make it crazy. My very first job when I was 16, I worked at Taco Bell. That was my very first job. As soon as I turned 16, I already had the job booked and ready to go, and I was a working gal. I've always liked to make my own money. I've always never really liked to ask my parents for money, so I always worked. So that was my very first job. And there's a lot of crazy stories with that job. Me being the fresh 16-year-old gal that I was, customers weren't always the sweetest to me. Why? You might think, she's 16, we probably shouldn't be rude to her. People were rude. So I'm gonna tell you guys crazy stories of the crazy people who would come eat at a Taco Bell. So let's just jump into the story, okay? I'm drinking coffee because it's seriously so hot in here. I have my lights and it's just, I'm already sweating. Oh shit. But I'm gonna tell you guys 3 stories of 3 crazy customers that I have had. And I'm not even joking. You guys, if you guys know anyone who works at Taco Bell customers are just extra crazy. I don't even know why. Ever since I left that job, I've never had customers be that crazy. But we're gonna just reminisce, go down memory lane for you guys. Okay, story number 1. Hopefully this is all recorded and this is all good and there's nothing wrong with it. Actually, I'm just gonna double check because you never know. Okay, we're actually recording and it looks just dandy. And I know it looks like I'm in a library. I'm actually in like the little office area that my stepdad uses, but anyway, that's not the point. This was just the most quiet area in the house, so I chose to come here. Okay, so story number 1. So, I think this was maybe like a year into working my job. I used to work at a Taco Bell that was right in front of an amusement park, a really popular amusement park. So we would get tourists, we would get normal customers. The point is that Taco Bell was always jam-packed. At a certain time at night, the drive-thru line was crazy, the dining room was crazy, everything was just crazy. So you think people would know as soon as they're walking into this Taco Bell, they see so many people that they would think, okay, my food is gonna maybe take a little bit longer because this is such a busy Taco Bell. But no. So it's a normal, we'll say it was a Thursday. So this Taco Bell honestly was a horrible Taco Bell. Sorry to that Taco Bell. But it was just a horrible Taco Bell. We were always short-staffed. Staff was always showing up late. There was just always an issue going on there. So I was taking the drive-through orders and I was taking the front orders. So if you've ever, who is knocking on my door? 1 second. Yeah, I was doing drive-through and I was doing the front. So I was taking both orders. So if you have ever worked fast food, you know that it can get very chaotic. Like, I'm a pretty good multitasker. I was, doing pretty fine, whatever. But the cooks were a little bit behind because we had a lot of orders in the front and then we had a lot of orders in the drive-through. So people who typically get their food like in 5 minutes or maybe getting it in like 15 minutes or something. So I was going back and forth. I was busy doing my thing, whatever. whatever. So this one customer comes up to me. He was like, hey, like I've been waiting for a while and I haven't gotten my food yet. And I was like, okay. I was like, can I have your receipt number? And like I was gonna go check up on his order, you know, as I usually do. So I grabbed his receipt and I went to go check up on his order, and he was like, maybe the next 2. So I was like, okay, yeah, your order's coming up. It should be like another 4 minutes or so. And he was like, okay, cool. So that was the end of that one. So then, like everything's going good. I'm doing both. Everything's fine. And then he comes up to me again, and he was like, but this time he has his food with him, but he had it in his tray. His food was mid-open, like everything, you know? So he was like, he came up to me very, very angry. He didn't even give me an explanation, didn't let me talk, like nothing. He just came up to me and he was just ready to fight me, you know? So he was like, I ordered my Crunchwrap Supreme with no tomatoes, and this has tomato on it. And right as I was about to speak and tell him, like, okay, you know, let me get another one and take off the tomato for you, my bad. So he was like, how dare you? Like, I waited here for 20 minutes and you still got my order wrong, which I understand because it's happened to me before, like customer wise, where I was the person who was waiting and they got my order wrong. But I would never talk to someone like that. He was being very, very rude to me. So he was yelling at me. He was like, I've been waiting here for 20 minutes. I'm a regular customer. You should be treating me better than these people. These are tourists. You're never gonna see them. I come here regularly. And he was yelling and yelling and yelling. So I'm just waiting. I'm literally like this. I'm like waiting for him to finish talking, just so that it's an easy solution. I can go to the back. I can get that Crunchwrap for you with no tomato. You can go on your way. But he's yelling and yelling and yelling. So I'm keeping my cool. Like, I never, ever, ever get upset with customers because why, you know? So I'm waiting for him to finish yelling at me, and he stops. And I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry about that. I will go ahead and make sure to get you another Crunchwrap with no tomatoes. And he looks at me, he's like, no. That is not what I'm asking you to do. This is not going to solve the issue because it already happened. I already had tomatoes on my Crunchwrap Supreme. So I looked at him again. I was like, I apologize for that. I will go make you another Crunchwrap. I will personally make it for you, and you can go on with your day. And he proceeds to look at me and like, no, the damage is done. You put tomato on my Crunchwrap Supreme. I don't want it anymore. So I said, okay, do you want your money back? And he says, no. So I'm sitting there, I'm standing there, and I'm like, So he doesn't want another Crunchwrap, and he doesn't want his money back. So what does he want? So I stood there, and I said, well, sir, what do you want me to do then? If you don't want another Crunchwrap, and you don't want your money back, what do you want me to do? And mind you, I'm the only cashier, so there's people that are in the front staring at this whole situation go down, and there's people on drive-thru that's waiting. So he's slowing up the whole process for everyone else. So again, I told you guys he has his food on a tray and it's open. So he grabs a Crunchwrap and throws it at me. Throws it right, we wear an apron. We used to wear an apron at Taco Bell. So he throws a Crunchwrap that is open and throws it at me.
Throws it at me.
Throws his Crunchwrap that is open and throws it on my apron. I remember my blood was boiling. Have you guys ever been so mad where like you literally feel your body get hot? That was me. And I never get mad. I'm a very go with the flow, lucky, happy-go-lucky kind of gal, you know? I never get angry. But he just threw his Crunchwrap Supreme with tomatoes on my apron. And I kid you not, everyone who was standing in line at that Taco Bell gasped. Everyone was like, what the hell? He literally grabbed his Crunchwrap, thought it was a good idea, and threw it at me. This man, I tell you, was at least in his early 30s. I was 16 at that time. So I did what any regular person did. I grabbed the leftover food that was on my apron and I threw it at him. I probably shouldn't have, and I know Taco Bell, you're gonna look at this, but I don't work for you anymore, so I don't care. So I did what any logical person would do. I threw it back at him. And I kid you not, this man starts yelling, which is reasonable. I knew that was gonna happen as soon as they threw it, but I wanted to throw it anyways. He asked for corporate's number, he asked for my name, he says he's gonna get me fired, blah, 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 just going off crazy. But there's many people who saw what happened, many. Everyone that was standing in the in the dining room line was telling this man, they're like, well, you threw it at her, like, you know, and I'm 16 years old at this time. It was crazy, it was crazy, it was crazy. So the man ended up leaving. I never actually saw him again. I think he just stopped going to our Taco Bell altogether, which was not a bad idea. But he left, he didn't get his food, he didn't get his money back. He left with some stain on his clothes. But I had to spend the whole day with my apron really dirty, so that was kind of sad. And I never got fired for that, so that was pretty good. Oh my god, I'm sweating. Okay, so that was story number 1. Let's go to story number 2. Okay, so I was 17 at this time, and I'm working at Taco Bell. I think I was a junior going into my senior year, and it was summer. Because during summer especially, this Taco Bell gets insane. So again, people are waiting for their order. It's maybe taking a little bit longer than usual, but we were packed. And at this point, I think I was doing drive-thru and someone else was doing the front, and then the cooks were making the food. So we were like short-staffed. So everything was running kind of smoothly. I guess my phone wasn't recording while I was doing the other half of the second story and the third story, so I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so she had bought a lot of food. She had bought probably like $7 worth of food. So, and I had told her before, my coworker had told her before that her order was gonna take a little bit longer because she had ordered a lot of food. And at that time she had said, oh, it's perfectly okay. I know I ordered a lot of food. Everything is okay. So we were like, perfect. I'm doing my thing, not paying attention. I had a lot of people at the drive-thru line. My coworker was doing the front. So I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on in the dining room. I was kind of focused on what I was doing. And then all of a sudden I hear some yelling. So I hear yelling, and so I hear this lady yelling, and she says something around the lines of, my food is taking way too fucking long. Why is this taking so long? I want my money back, but you still need to give me my food because this is unacceptable. Like, I can't believe this, and just going off and off and off. So then, so this lady orders $70 worth of food, wants her money back, but still wants the food. I was like, girl, it does not work that way. It just doesn't. So I stop what I'm doing and I go help my coworker, of course, as a good coworker does. So I'm telling the lady, I'm being really, really nice to her. I'm like, I was like, sorry about the wait, but your food is coming out shortly. It's only gonna be like about 2 more minutes. Like, I'm so sorry about the wait. And she's like, no, I want my money back, so give me my money back. No, okay, so she looks at me and she goes, who the fuck called you? I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to your coworker. He's the one that took my order. Nobody called you. Go to the back and do whatever it is that you were doing, and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, girl, I know you just didn't speak to me like that. But of course, I keep being nice to her, and I just look at her and I was like, ma'am, I'm so sorry about the wait, but you have 2 options. You can either wait for your food that's gonna come out in 2 minutes, or you can get your money back, but you are not gonna get your food. And this lady, oh my god, goes crazy. She starts yelling. She's like, no, I can't believe you guys have this type of service here. This is horrible. I can't believe I've been waiting for this long. I can't believe you won't give me my food or my money back. And I was like, no, we will give you your money back, but you will not get the food. That's $70 worth of food that we cannot just give away, you know? So she's yelling. So then she proceeds to take out her phone and she starts recording us. And she starts yelling, and she's like, look at these fucking employees and this Taco Bell. They treated me so poorly. They have the worst customer service. I'm gonna send this to your CEO. I'm gonna send this to corporate. And she's going off, you know what I mean? And then at this point, I was 17 at this time. My coworker, I think, was like 16. So my manager comes out and he's like, ma'am, like, you cannot record them. they are minors. That is against the law. You cannot record them. I actually don't know if that's a law. I think it is. You can't record minors. I'm not sure though. But so he came out and he was like, yeah, like you can't record them, they're minors, that is against the law. He's like, if you have an issue, you can speak to me, but you cannot record them, they are children. So as soon as she heard that, she put her phone away. And she was like, oh, I didn't know they were minors. I just want my food, it's just taking way too long. She's like, who can I speak to? And my manager comes to her and he was like, your food is gonna come out very soon. It's only gonna be like a couple minutes. That's it, like that's all really I can tell you. He's like, you can have your money back if you'd like, and you can go eat somewhere else. And her food then comes out. As soon as she said that, her food comes out. And I kid you not, this lady's mood shifted so fast. She was like, well, my food's actually out already, so I don't need to talk to you guys anymore. So she walks over, grabs her sauce, throws it in her bag, grabs her bag, walks out the door, gets in her little Honda Civic, and scoots away. Never saw her again because she was a tourist. So but that is it. That is all I have for you guys today. I have 1,000 more stories where that came from, so let me know if you guys want to see more of those. Oh my god, I look so shiny in this video, I'm so sorry. But yeah, let me know. I hope you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Watch my other videos, like, comment. I will see you guys very soon. I know I say that all the time, but I really will. I actually bought a journal for that I'm gonna write down what I'm gonna film, the day I'm gonna film, and what I'm gonna film, and when I'm gonna post it. So hopefully that like helps me be more on track, and hopefully next video it's higher quality because I will have my other camera by then. So yes, I'm very excited, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.